Hi, I'm Zoe Caldwell. I'm your Lexis Nexis rep, and we're going to talk about secondary sources today. Secondary sources, such as law reviews and journals, encyclopedias, and treatises, are a great place to start your legal research. Unlike primary law, like cases and statutes, secondary sources will help you learn about an area of law. It will give you that background information that you need before you start jumping into something like primary law cases. And it'll provide you with citations relevant to those primary materials, so you know you're getting some of the best cases being suggested to you, and you don't have to hunt for them when you're in your cases folder. I'm here on the Lexis legal research screen of Lexis Plus. To get here, I signed into Lexis for Law Schools, and I clicked the button Go to Lexis Plus. Once I'm here, I need to type in some terms. So I'm going to go ahead and type in defamation and false light. I chose something of the main category of law that I'm trying to prove, so I need issue dealing with defamation and a little bit more information about that defamation suit, that we have an issue with false light. And you can see that between the terms, I put the word and. So I'm telling Lexis, make sure you bring back results with both of these terms in it. And I'm going to go ahead and run the search. Now, most of us are going to land in case law as our default, and we'll have to pull down to secondary materials. But first, before you go to secondary materials, I'm going to coach you on going to practical guidance for a quick second. You're not always going to find information here, but when you do, it can be really helpful. Practical guidance includes contents like practice notes, templates, and checklists. We're going to look at practice notes right now because those are the most like a secondary source to help us get started in an area of law. Practice guides are succinct summaries of the law within a wide range of subjects, and they're written by some of the best attorneys in their field for what they do. They're written by attorneys and they're made for attorneys, and because of this, they're really relatable and easy to understand. But for all of our issues that you may face in a first-year memo, they may not be the best suited for first-year law students. So what I'm going to coach you to do is change your filter to just practice notes and take a quick peek to see what's popping up. And if you see something that looks good in the scrolling through the first screen or two, then go on into it and see what you can learn. It might be a lot easier for you to learn information from a practical guidance source than jumping straight to secondary materials. But if you don't see anything, and I don't see anything here that's helpful to me, I'm then going to go right to secondary materials. Now in secondary materials, we're going to filter again. So I'm going to come down to content type. We're going to narrow down to treatises and guides. Treatises provide scholarly and in-depth treatment of a legal subject. They often clarify significant concepts in this area of law that you're looking at, and they provide citations to the primary materials that you need as well. You might also want to click jurisprudence or come back and do another search in jurisprudence. These are like legal encyclopedias. They're arranged in alphabetical order. Legal encyclopedias can be a great place to start your research on a new topic of law because they provide a more general introduction to each topic. Let's look at our result set now that I've narrowed to treatises and guides. I see that I've got defamation up top, and I'm reading about problem of anonymity in defamation, and that's not exactly what I need. So I'm going to scroll down. Now I've got something on defamation and understanding defamation. So that looks like it's a really good background, and I might want to come to this so I can check that box. And I scroll down, and now I'm looking at privacy and publicity and false light. So we're getting a little bit closer. This whole topic is on false light. So this may be something that I want to look to first, and I'm going to check that box. What else do we have? And I scroll down and see this one's on action for false light, invasion of privacy, and this one looks pretty good too. So I may want to start in these. And that's how I go about starting my legal research in secondary sources. I click the ones that look best to me, and I may throw them in a folder. My folders are located at the top of my screen. The first time I open my folders, I need to choose a folder, create new folder, and I might label this defamation and save it. When I'm ready, I can just click into the one that looks best to me. So I'm going to go straight to this one. Once I'm here, I need to make sure that my secondary source gives me some really good background information on false light. I need to have a good discussion of my topic, and I need to have all my elements laid out that I need to prove. Further, a really good secondary source should have a good discussion of those elements as well. So if I keep scrolling down, I should find a really good discussion of each of those elements. Possibly, I may need to open up my table of contents and read about the next section of this chapter to see if that's helpful to me. This whole chapter is on privacy and publicity. So there may be a few other sections here that I want to take a look at, and I can open these plus signs and go on in from here. This little black arrow is here to jump you to the top of the screen. And of course, you can always folder items as you go when they look good. Thanks for watching.